Hello, sexy ladies. Welcome to my channel. I'm gonna talk to you about why it's okay to crash out. Let me get you on somewhere more nice. 1 second. Okay, I somewhat like where this is. Do it. Oh well. Okay. I like the camera angle. Whatever. I actually just want to start this by saying thank you for all the views on the last video and comments. I didn't respond to any because they were a long time ago and I didn't know what to say, but I really appreciate them and thank you for watching. So, crashing out. I'm assuming you clicked on this video because maybe you're crashing out, maybe you're not. I'm just gonna have a sit-down little chat. I think a lot of people are scared of crashing out. I think they're scared of giving in to their thoughts. They're scared of showing weakness, and they're scared of change. They're scared of being mentally ill. Another alternative title is, it's okay to have a mental breakdown. It's okay to realize that things aren't going to be the way they've always been. And that is a really scary realization to have. To have that realization that, like, whoa, my ideals are different than they were in the past. Whoa, I value different people than I did in the past. Whoa, I want different things for my life than I did in the past. And it's scary, and a lot of people, a lot of times, you just want to like self-sabotage. You want to, hey, I just need a break. Your mind just needs like something, like some kind of escape. Like when I say crashing out, I mean like quitting your job. I mean like not going to class, like stopping your meds, stopping talking to your friends, stuff like that. And I think that kind of stuff is very looked down upon in today's society. In today's society, you always have to be at a baseline. People believe that you're supposed to be at a baseline. And I think it should be a goal to be at a good baseline. Your baseline should be higher. And in order for your baseline to get higher, you have to be lower first. Because when you're lower, that's when you realize, hey, my life is kind of shit. Hey, I have a lot of things I need to improve on. My values, I don't really like the things that I value. The things that my parents have taught me, the things that my childhood friends have taught me, my childhood friends' parents have taught them, I don't agree with that anymore. I don't know why I ever did. And having world-breaking realizations like that is really distressing. And even just having moments where you're just like, whoa, I'm tired. I'm tired of the world right now. I'm tired of everything. Feeling extreme burnout, that is extremely valid too. And I don't think people realize how valid it is. I'm someone who experiences a lot of burnout. I watched a lot of like college advice videos, and a lot of the college advice videos were, don't take a break, never take a break, never ever take a break. Even if you think you need a break, you don't need a break. And I realized what works for me is always take a break. Always take a break. Even if you don't think you need a break, you always need a break. Because if I don't take breaks, I will make breaks for myself. By skipping class, I will spend the whole day in bed. I will skip meals. I will essentially crash out. I will just ghost everyone, my professors, everyone. Like a while ago, like last week, I just didn't see anyone for a week, and people thought I died. Like, and the reason is just because I had just spread myself too thin. I had the play. I was in a play. I was in going to class every day. I was doing all my assignments. I was doing all my clubs. I am like a vice president of one of my clubs. I was making time for all my friends as well. I was trying to keep my room clean, and it was just like all the responsibility of everything in my life, trying to keep everything balanced, everything perfect, everything like, whoa, my room is a mess. I can't have that. Whoa, I'm behind on my assignments. I can't have that. That's what made me stop. And I think a lot of people don't realize that it's okay to fall behind for a while just to recuperate. It's okay to let your room get bad. It's okay to have a depression room for a while, because sometimes you need that energy to go elsewhere. And it's okay to take a break from hanging out with people for a while, because maybe you just need that energy for yourself. And I think there's such a fixation on having a perfectly balanced life, on having unlimited energy. Like, if you're not sleeping, you must be doing something productive. But that's not true. You can spend a whole day doing nothing, just sitting in your bed and rotting, and that's okay. And I don't think there's enough space given for people who have mental illness, like who are neurodivergent. There's not enough empathy and understanding, especially within older generations. They just be like, I went to college, like, I chugged myself, I worked and worked and worked for 2 straight years just to get where I am now. I didn't sleep, I didn't eat, I didn't care, because all I wanted was to secure my future. It's like, yeah, I respect that. I respect that so much. But right now, I need to focus on me in the now. Because the only way I'm gonna get to my future is to focus on the now. If that makes sense. I can't keep spreading myself thin. And that's a hard lesson to learn, that I don't have unlimited time. I can't do everything I want, because I really want to have an amazing future. And I can't just focus on the future. I can't just focus on friendships. Oh, I need to build strong foundations for friendships that I'll have after college. I need to make the friendships now, because in 2 years' time, these are the people that I'll be leaving college. I'm gonna lose contact, and I need to have solid friendships, because otherwise I'll be lonely and alone forever. That's what I tell myself. So I have to hang out with people all the time. But that's not true. Or maybe it is true. But I think it's not worth it to exhaust myself. Or like, oh, I need to be working on school 24/7. I need to be studying, going above and beyond all the time. Otherwise, blah, 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 blah. I need to think about my further education. But no, I just need to show up. Because if I work way too hard, then I'm gonna stop showing up in the future. I'm gonna burn out so quick. When I try too hard to secure my future, I end up sacrificing the now, and then therefore sacrificing the future as well. I think what I'm basically getting at is that it's less important. It's less about crashing out, mental breakdowns. I think it's important to take time for yourself, time to figure out what's wrong in your life, and even just take time in general. Like, if you need to think, let yourself think, you know? If you need to sit and stare at the wall, let yourself sit and stare at the wall. If you need to watch Netflix for hours at a time, watch Netflix for hours at a time. If you need to do art, then do art. If you need to sing, then sing. If you need to talk to yourself in a room alone to a camera, then talk to yourself in a room alone to a camera. I think a lot of people don't indulge themselves, and it's leading to them stress. It's leading to stress. And while stress is a good thing, stress gets you places. It's only a healthy amount of stress, because you have to have small amounts of stress that you can then conquer. When it's an overwhelming amount of stress that you feel like you can't conquer, that you can't fix, then that means there's something wrong. If you're looking at your life and you feel like there's nothing you can do about your situation ever in a million years, then there's something wrong. Then maybe you should think more, because there's always something you can do. And whether that means, even if that's something you can do, it's just taking a moment to breathe. Because having too much stress is not a good thing. I kind of realized recently that I am not as extroverted as I thought. Well, I kind of, my whole life I've been realizing that. I've always been introverted, but I've loved people. I've always loved people, but it just makes me sad, I guess. Like, I literally spent the night over at my friend's, and then I just didn't go to class the next day, because I was spending the whole day, just with myself, because I was just, processing all the shit that went down that night. I was like, oh my god. It was like an all-nighter on accident. I wasn't even planning on sleeping over, and I'm just like, it was a Sunday night. I had an 8 a.m. But a lot of shit just happened, and I don't know. And I keep thinking to myself, wow, you were such a lazy slacker. You were so lazy. You were I just keep telling myself negative things about myself, and I'm just trying to remind myself that it's okay to crash out. It's okay to not be okay, I guess. That is such a cliche saying. It's okay to not be perfect. It's not okay to not be productive all the time. It's okay to not 100% all the time. I can't be 100% all the time. I want to be. I wish I could be. I wish I could be all the time 100% perfect. I wish I could be bright and smiley all the time, perfect. I love social skills. I love talking to people. I love learning about people's days, and I love doing things for people and all that. But for some reason, I just need to be alone after a while, and that's just frustrating. And then I also like the accomplishment of doing schoolwork. I like the accomplishment of feeling good about myself for being on top of shit, but I just can't do it all the time. Sorry, I'm staring because there's someone walking down the hall and I feel awkward. I'm in my dorm room, and once again I'm talking to myself, and I'm embarrassed But the moral of the story is, it is okay to just take breaks, no matter what that break means. But you must, one, stay alive, and two, don't seriously do anything that will harm your future in any significant way that matters to you. Like, if you morally value, say, like, one example of crashing out is like cheating on your partner. If you really care about your partner and you want them in your life forever, that's asking to break up. That means you're gonna break up. If you like your partner, then don't do that. Better yet, just break up. If you want to crash out, then break up with your partner. That's a lot better than just cheating, you know? Or like, don't do dumb shit like getting face tattoos. Like, think about your future. If you don't know what you want to do, like job-wise, I think it's smart not to get hand tattoos, neck tattoos, or face tattoos. Just to keep, the options open. And just try to keep a good savings account when possible. Sometimes it's not possible, but don't impulse buy a bunch of dumb shit just to spend all your savings account because you're bored, just to crash out or just to make yourself happy. Like, don't buy $1,000 worth of chocolate when you only have $1,000 in savings. There's a lot of other things you can do to remind yourself of why life is worth living that doesn't seriously hurt your future. And it's okay to hurt your future too, because sometimes there are necessary changes that need to happen. I think everything happens for a reason. Like, even if you don't believe that, even our subconscious mind is telling us to do these things. So it's okay to harm your future. Sometimes things just happen. And I think you can always crawl out of whatever hole you dig yourself into. And no matter what changes happen, you can always fix it. You can always get back on your feet. Even if you're not in the same place as you were before, you can always get back in a good place. Or an okay place. Maybe the cycle will repeat a couple times. I mean, that's just life. But that's also how you find happiness, is to keep reaching for it. Gotta reach for the stars. Reach. So, I don't know, just don't stress yourself out about decisions you've made, because you can always fix it. And this is not me telling you to make bad decisions. I think you can always work past anything that's happened in the past, and you can always keep going and do your best to not make those decisions again. Because I think everything you do is a learning moment. And it's best to take everything in stride as a learning moment. If anything makes you upset, it's good to learn from that. Like, oh, that person said something that upsets me. Why did that upset me? Maybe I should think about why that upsets me. Because I think it's a good thing to learn and grow constantly. Especially about yourself. You're the most important person in your own life. You're the one who controls everything you do. You should really learn about yourself and your subconscious mind. Journaling. Journaling is important. Now I'm just getting on a tangent. Basically, just don't worry. It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna go. Goodbye.